Hello everyone, welcome back to the Andrews and Eastern. Right now we're in Andrews. We are currently waiting for the next big train to come through, and actually I guess we'll need to sort out that big train before we can do anything with this one. This is the one coming out of the paper plant. Oh, no wonder it's not doing anything. Okay, just keep going. I was wondering why I wasn't hearing a whistle. I guess we'll just manually do this. Oh, now I remember what's wrong. That. We're gonna overshoot this. Oh yeah, I added another mod, so some of those are a little funky looking. Well, for the time being, let's get you back into the yard. What we've got on this train is a whole bunch of pulpit cars we're going to need to sort out. So, what we're going to do, uncut and unend you. Take you ahead. Basically just gonna play a game with this. Just have these cars have these engines pick up cars one by one as needed. There is possibly a more efficient way to do this, but we got time. The passenger train is just getting into Nantahala. And yeah, I did pick up a few more mods. One of them is called Scrappalachia. It's a fairly new one by, I believe, Lego Train. I've tested a bit with it in another save. So once we get some time here, we'll go take a look at that. Got a block there, and I think that we got a block to the back, so this shouldn't take too long. We also have Crazy Grandpa Sam's used equipment market. Used equipment emporium. Gotta use the fancy word. Basically, you can buy used engines at a cheap price, but they need some work. That, however, is what's going to make this potentially really useful. It's not quite what I meant. I didn't quite mean to have these cars rolling my way, but I'm not going to complain too much about it. So long as I do that before impact. Wow. Almost out of coal and water. Well, almost out of water anyway. Good thing it didn't run out. And I did get a couple other mods besides Scrap and the Scrappalachia and the used equipment market. But the other big one I got is the streamlined passenger train set, the Raider. And while it looks really cool, it doesn't really seem practical for this end of the railroad. The engine can only pull about 4 cars up red marble. At least at any good speed. Easy. Bonk. Might have been slightly harder than it was. It's okay. Hello, Sean Allison. Glad you love this game. This is a fun game. This really is. In fact, I can honestly say I don't think I know anyone who doesn't enjoy this game. I mean, yeah, Hyce riffed on it a bunch when it first came out, but since then he seems to enjoy it. Judging by all the ES&D saves he does. I do mods, yes. I was just talking about that. So, for example, the Dorian Defeated 410 here is a mod. And then I've also got some custom log cars, I think, some custom passenger cars, a couple other custom engines. And I just added a scrapyard and the used equipment market. Back up there. Before you crash. Too late. I tried. That's a cut moment. Shift R. Yeah, I've got a whole, but yeah, so I have a large pile of mods. I honestly don't remember all the mods I've got. No, oops. We're gonna have to go fix that one. So we'll drop these cars here for now, because a bunch of them will need to go to the repair track after this. And once he's in, we'll get this engine sorted out. And just to check, the passenger train is climbing up red marble. While we've got a moment, let's head over to Bryson. See, we still have some cars waiting to go out on the next train, and some cars still getting fixed. But here is the new piece, once the background terrain loads in. There we go. So you can see, we've got 2 tracks here. Scrappalachia. Scrapline, if you interchange an engine to the scrap line, or a car, or anything else, it'll be slowly picked apart. You do get paid for it. And it'll generate repair parts and scrap. You put your scrap loading cars and your repair parts cars here, and it'll fill them up. The repair parts cars are ones you own. The scrap cars will come in from the interchange. So expect, presumably, we will have something from interchange soon. Maybe I need to put something in that deadline first, I'm not sure. Might need to play with that. Let's go find our freight train. Fortunately, we do have some stuff we can play with to figure that out. This mod, well, it's not supposed to be lowercase, so we're gonna fix that real quick. Much better. Train break. And go back to here. So I'm gonna go back to Bryson real quick. So just to provide an example, I can sell this equipment to go to the scrap line. And reset the waybill, nothing like that. Clear that. And now I need to take it to the scrap line. So we'll grab an engine. Actually, first we'll have to get the turntable set. Or I can fall in the pit, you know. That's also an option. Didn't need that many coal hoppers anyway. So we'll grab this engine. And I'm just gonna wait for you. Head over there. And what it'll do, we can scrap it for 428 bucks. And we'll get 3.4 parts and 1.7 tons of scrap out of it. It's not much. It's something. It's about what we'd get if we sold it. But, you know, then we're not spending repair parts on it. And it'll be nice having stuff right here. Now, where this really comes in is, we can buy used engines, of course. And it changes every day, I believe. But notice, for example, we can buy this engine for about $3,800. But when you scrap it, we get $7,300. Plus 28 repair parts and 42 tons of scrap. That could be worthwhile. But we'll see what comes in tomorrow, because we'll get an interchange soon, and we'll have some bills to pay and all that. Yep. So, now you can also come up back over. We'll just get some engines put away for the night before we deal with anything else. Do we have any more outbound cars over here? Flip 5? Nope. Okay. We'll take care of those in the morning. You are still gobbling down coal. Might be popping back to rice pretty soon, actually. Alright. We'll get you watered up and then we'll head to Bryson. So now, we'll just grab that. Unfortunately, the ESMB wants that back, so we can't scrap it. We'll just tell that to come over here to the scrap line. And we'll take it all the way to the end. And you need your tender change too. Oh, that's gonna bug you. We could scrap Caboose, but we just got 2 of them, so... Now what the heck, we'll run it manually. And that switch. That switch. Tucked in right next to the Y. Tight curve. Work. There's no little ding or anything because we get paid as it's scrapped. So we'll just take that back there now. And let's head back to Andrews. There's that engine. So let's get this one put away for a bit. Not where I meant to put it, but it'll work. And now it's your turn, Chunky Mikado. We should have a bunch of cars out to interchange with repair parts and coal and all that. Hopefully some of them come back pretty quick. So one thing I am going to change here Change our goal. We can scrap equipment if it is owned by our railroad and we decide we do not have a need for it. Now that said, we are going to have to make sure it gets fully scrapped. But it will provide some interest for us pretty soon. Now, why I say that is if we go back... Oh, there's the passenger train. So our next big wreck that we have to clear is all the way up here near Ela. This is at the bridge that would typically be where your first milestone. You can see we've got 5 passenger cars that are toast. We've got another Pacific, which is toast. We've got a Mastodon, which is toast. And we've got a whole bunch of steel pulpwood cars, which are in various stages of toastiness. Actually, most of them are pretty good, but then you get to the end, and then you get this wooden caboose. I think a second passenger train would be a really useful thing to have, so I think we will try and repair that. But I think we have enough pulpwood cars, and we've got the lighter ones. I don't think we really... Well, we'll probably keep the Mastodon. But I might scrap the Skookum. It'll depend if we can scrap it or sell it for more. That said, we do have a lot of engines, so it's not like we need another one. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Skookum. You're a decent engine, but you're also kind of weak. You know, scrap value is more than sell value. I'll have to think about it. But that is honestly still probably a whole nother stream away. You're almost done, but let's get the other train moved over. See if we can get it into the yard before passenger train shows up. And go right about there. Yeah, you're good. Take you in as well. I'm realizing this engine house is getting really crowded. There is a solution for that, though. We have this tank car, which we previously saved, and I've been keeping it just in case we ever get a Diesel. I have decided, however, I do not want any Diesels on this railroad. So we're going to sell this thing. You can see this time the sell value is more, but honestly, we're close enough. I'd probably sell it regardless. There is a point at which the hassle effect comes into play. So take that over there, and then I think we're going to put you... I'll have you run up to the high. And that way we have a full track here that we can use for repairing stuff. 46 is fine. And our Our other train is just about to come our way. I'll make sure that car gets out to interchange as well. Oh yeah, and if you want to see a full list of things, some of these have some really fun things. Hey look, this one didn't catch on fire! You can scrap that one for a lot. This one, honestly, that one's probably worth buying just to drag to scrap. It's not universal, like this S1's in, well, it's not in good condition, but the price is more than the scrap. Oh, ha! It changes every time you see it. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we buy this Pacific, so we can scrap it for a lot of money. We'll ignore the diseasels for now. None of the cars I think are really going to be worth it. If we needed more cars, we'd be able to grab them too. Oh, that's interesting. The charter caboose are listed as passenger cars. I guess that makes sense. Uncouple these and let them just roll into that track. What's going to happen? Don't think they're on the grate yet. Gotta reset that switch. Drop a flare for the passenger train. And we need that car, or not that car. We need a different car. But we have to get through all these ones first. Yeah, you can spend a lot of time on this game without realizing you've spent a lot of time on this game. Ah, no, no, no. Dang it. I screwed up somewhere. That can also happen when you play this game. I think now I can just plant this down. Probably get them both spotted in the same spot. Without having to split them. Yeah, like that. Watch these roll by. Up. Nope. I know it doesn't do anything, but it does look a little funny to watch it phase through. And with that done, who interchanged with you? I'll have to go pick up a couple other engines, but... And the passenger train is, it's on the home stretch. So just to check what we've got here. Yeah, we've got plenty of repair parts now. Engines just need a bit of touch-up. And we'll be able to pull those all out and stick the passenger cars in for the night. I'm not sure if you can hear my air conditioner. OBS is telling me you can't. I apologize if you can, but it's kind of hot right now. Or at least it's unseasonably warm. We'll put you all the way down there. Meanwhile, you go up here. Also, as far as Railroader goes, what's your thoughts on running the trains yourselves versus making heavy use of the Waypoint Manager? I honestly prefer, for the most part, the management side, at least in Railroader's context. So I am happy to have used Waypoints. But I know not everyone else may feel that way. We'll back you up to the throat, and then we'll figure out what happens next. What I'm going to do, we're going to take out a loan. I know the goal is generally to do the opposite. Passenger train is in the station. Nope. U is the used equipment market. We're going to buy this beat out Pacific and we're going to go drag it back to Andrews for scrap next time. Or not Andrews. If we examine it real quick, they do bring it fully oiled, but the used stuff comes with 0 fuel. And if you look, it is well past due for an overhaul. This thing should have been overhauled ages ago. And because of that, you can only ever repair it up to 69%. And that's pretty common with the used stuff. You need to overhaul it to get it fully repaired. And if you need an engine right now, maybe that's not the best option. Alright, for now, you just take that. Take that up here. So that we can put it somewhere tomorrow. And hey, passengers paid all their fares. Okay, good. So, you are gonna need to put your train away. No, wait, why are you picking up people? Don't pick up people. I don't know how that happened. I don't think... Well, maybe it did cost me some fares. It's hard to tell sometimes. And once you are out of the way on the Y, you're the local switcher, I'm not too... Am I the local switcher? Yeah. If you're a local switcher, I'm not going to worry too much about making sure you have coal and water. We'll put this here, and then we'll make sure to grab it tomorrow. Now, you don't get paid all at once when you scrap something. I think what'll happen is, for example, once the day rolls over, we'll see a line item for the scrapping of that hopper. A partial payment. Remember, it was about $430 to scrap it. So if you're willing to wait a few days, you can actually make quite a bit of money scrapping things. Oh man, look at how much bearings we've lost already. If I was interested, I guess I could implement another rule about special cars in the scrap line, but I didn't think of that. Alright, bring yourself down here. No, no, no. Stop. Never mind. You bring yourself down there. And then in a second, I'll have you do your thing. Oh, thank you, CJ Gunther. Didn't see your response there. It was fast. I actually use the waypoints mostly with the freight trains. Sometimes I use them with the passenger trains. But I tend to use it a lot, especially when I'm switching. Maybe we'll do this one manually. Our passenger cars, they're doing alright. We probably don't need a shop on tonight. But I typically do. And I missed. Back up. I do need to use the time manager to real quick. flip markers so that they're ready for tomorrow. Everything should now be fixed over here. And we will get you run around. I should probably save. Alright, you grab those cars and pull them out. Don't know where we will put them yet, but we'll put them, pull them out. Might just stick them down here for a little. No. Actually, I'll have you take these over to... Just stick them here for now. Put them over in the paper yard. Seems like a good spot for them. This way they're in a fairly convenient location for tomorrow's pulpit train, without blocking everything else in the process. Stick you on the edge of the Y. And once the pulpit cars are passed, we'll shove these in for some touch-up. I think all four of them fit. Now we'll stick one in here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Andrews needs more repair space. Maybe it was fine when they only had stuff breaking when you crashed it, but once they added the wear, you just need more space to fix stuff. Now, yes, 96% is technically enough, but you do get judged on your passenger ratings, though we're gonna have to fix this a little more. And we're gonna Y the engine while we're at it. We'll coal up and then we'll Y it. Because, you know, we may as well. The freight engines I don't worry about, but I like to have the passenger engines pointing the right way. There we go. Probably a speed limit on that Y, actually. Probably shouldn't be flying around it at that speed. Of course, tomorrow's run is probably going to be the last one for this engine, because we did restore one of the Pacifics. Which also means we'll be able to get a bigger passenger train. Okay, those are the 1900 open platform cars, which honestly are probably the best for Red Marble. They still have a pretty high capacity, but they're very lightweight. Something tells me that Adam did not plan for them to be that good. Can I squeeze past? I think I can squeeze it past. It's hard to tell. This is probably Adam clear. It's probably not real life clear. Yeah. I guess it is real life clear, but ooh! I hate to be the engineer. Alright, you're in the shop. And that pretty much brings us to an end of whatever day this is. Day 16. Episode 36, day 16. That just says something. So while our engine comes back, we're gonna skip time a bit. 6 hours. So there's all our money. Yeah, so one of those, if you saw, Scrapalachia paid us $35 for the hopper. Which tells me that if we go over to Scrapalachia, we gotta put that engine away too. Yeah, see, it's now been scrapped partly. And I believe... yeah, we've now got some repair parts there. Doesn't say how long it'll take to scrap it, though. That's one thing I would like with this mod, but can't have everything. And we'll finish watering you up, just because. Yeah, this engine is too cute to abandon, but Kuka might meet the cutter's torch. Said we will need to grab that car if we go up to rescue anything regardless. So honestly, it might be a good idea to go ahead and put this engine on another track. That way we can access the other car without moving it again. And we'll just phase through the doors. Alright, we now go back to our main equipment. Oh, you're stuck there. Sorry. And remember, folks, be like Jesus, Jesus saves. And we'll just take the time forward about 4 hours. Yeah, we're at 5. And we'll get this train ready to go. Start pre-boarding. So, okay, not those two places. We want to load our passengers for everywhere else. Oh, you can see we've got a few more cars ready to go out now. We'll get them, or the mill switcher will get them pretty soon. All but a few of these passengers will board this train. Some come from Walker. Okay, some of those came from Walker. We'll wait for all of the ones that are Walker ready. One thing I've noticed is that about every 15 minutes you get a whole new batch of passengers in the station. Yeah, see? So if you're waiting to load passengers, 15 minutes is usually enough. If you're waiting for other stuff, then hours are fine. I want to max out the passengers on this train. Since we are getting an increasing number from the wrong spot, or not going where we want to go, let's get our 10 minutes of sleep. We got 42 cars. We sold something. We can pay back more loan. We can send our passenger train on its way. And in the meantime, we'll send this engine to go start sorting. It is nice. I have this set for friendly blocking, so that's always good. Okay, so it looks like almost all the cars that need to go here are on one track, and all the cars going elsewhere on another track. Now, I did kind of mess things up by putting that engine in a corner, but we can save it for the pulpwood job and rattle it apart a little later. For now, we'll have 55 move these Bryson cars over here so we can get all the Andrew stuff together, and it'll head over there. And 83 will take everything that's not going to Nantahala or Hewitt. Actually, no, wait. Put that backwards, don't I? This engine needs to stay here, or needs to take the Nanta cars. And it needs to be the second or third train out. Because we want it to be available as a helper on the hill. You shove your stuff there. Or no, maybe you grab this and move that out of the way so you can grab these next. I'm overthinking this, I can already tell. Is that I want you to come down to about here, get ready. Yeah, I kind of fudged this a little bit. Anything can take this over to the coaling tower. You put those there. Okay, now I know what I'm going to do. We'll have 34 grab the dead Pacific. Now. That way 46 can go start dealing with the pulpwood cars. Make sure there's nothing else coming here, but I don't think so. It looks like they're all for Snowbird. Yeah, except for the one grain and seed card. Now you come there. See, this is also where I like the waypoints, because it means you can control multiple things at once and not really lose track of what's where. Or, actually no, you can lose track, but it is nice to just kind of be able to orchestrate the whole yard at once. Any of these ones cashed up beyond repair? Some of them are kind of low, but nothing's too bad. So we'll take all of those. You come over here. Yeah, and then 34 will just be able to grab and go. You can't see me pointing. I don't need a point. Release that actually. I think these will just roll down past this switch, which might be handy. Because then he can just grab those. You know, as long as I don't lose track of them. Coincidence, Durango and Silverton and Coombraze and Toltec. A little too fast on that. I'll help this out. failing to oil cars is something I've been persistently forgetting to do. The problem is that the auto engineer will oil things automatically if it's below a certain point and it has time, and I tend to forget about the if it has time part. Now let's get all of that oiled up. Yeah, so for example, you can see all of these cars, which I haven't touched, are now at a minimum 75%. Because the AI had time to go look at them. So you can now go down into those cars. Now, can I grab all of these in one go? Not strength-wise, that's not my concern. My concern is, will I fit on the tail track? And I guess the answer is yes, because it would tell me if I didn't. So, grab 34 again. Back to checking bearings. Fine. You're not. So, you've got your train. So for now, I'm going to tell you to go to Copton. And wait there, because I'm sure we're going to need to go oil that Pacific again. That's a downside to moving stuff that's about to be scrapped. Give you a second. Come up as far as here for now, but then we'll just have you run behind this engine. Worst case, this thing hotboxes and the whole thing gets slowed to 15 miles an hour. In which case, maybe I go run a special train. I don't know. Oh wait, but I gave you the, Okay, so you actually do need to come up here to drop off that coal car first. We do have a bunch of cars that'll need to be picked up for interchange. Now, you uncouple. I have swapped the decapod and the Connie for this day. Normally I have the decapod do the pulpwood. Put that car right there. And I guess we'll have you pull clear, and then we'll get the other train over to this yard. Maybe we'll wait for the pulpit to get out first. If we check, passenger train is almost at Topton. Feels like there should be more cars in that train, but I know why there's not. Because we're only to Bryson. That'll reload this coaling tower. Now I will tell you to go also to Topton. Put you in the siding for now. I will say sometimes the engines get a little weird if there's another train in their path. So you do want to be kind of careful about that. Oh, I'm gonna flare you actually so that the other train can go first. Because I think we will want, if the big train needs a helper, we'll want the C-55 with a fairly short consist instead of the C-46 with a fairly long one. And in the meantime, let's see if our the 46 and get itself dragged over to the paper plant. Passenger train is at Topton. You should be ready to go now. Yep. Our deck pod is fighting its way out. This whole thing is sloped downhill. I think we are starting to come towards the end of the stream. I'm not going to end it just yet. There will not be a stream next week. I typically stream Tuesdays or Wednesdays at about 6 p.m. Pacific. Next week I will be busy with other things and will not stream. But keep an eye out this Thursday, that's in 2 days, because I should have another video coming out about the Hedelands Veteran Bane in Denmark. It's a little narrow gauge railway near Copenhagen. And in case you didn't know, and it's your first time, I'm not from Denmark. I'm from the Pacific Northwest US. So that was quite a trip. I hope you'll enjoy that video. I had a lot of fun taking it. Especially the part where I was pacing a train on a bicycle. Got some really good video out of that. I'll tell you to go to about there. Now we got lots of trains on the move. Just for kicks, let's go up here and see what's here. Alright. I can follow you for that. 75%. Whew! I think it'll make it to top 10. I hope it makes it to top 10. You know, I'm gonna panic a little bit. We're gonna stop at Rodo. Well, actually, no, let's think. So it went about 4.5 miles, about 25%. It should make it the top 10. I think it'll make it the top 10. But yeah, that train's gonna have to stop pretty frequently for Boulder. Just have that one car for now, right? Yeah, that one's pretty close. Oh, no, that's gonna be a bit of a pain to start dragging cars around. definitely use more cars for the passenger train. I'm gonna have to go buy another one. Especially once we get that Pacific on. Right now we've got the 440, which is A23. And we're gonna get the P43, so that's almost double the tractive effort. So yeah, we might be buying some passenger cars pretty quick. C1, which one's C1? C1 is there. That one's on the other side. So, okay, so we've got a few cars that go that way and a few cars that come this way. That one, and then we'll start kicking cars. And I think once we get all the first batch of cars kicked, we'll call it. Make sure we get switches set right. So you go that way, then that way, and then that way. Okay. A little too much brake there. And in case you're wondering, we're on tier 4. I'm gonna bump that up to tier 5 for tomorrow. Man, you are coming in too hot. You want a grade? No. I'm gonna give you a push. I'm gonna give you enough of a push. Don't really want to go in there and push with the engine, but I can if I have to. So let's those cars. Keep it pretty slow for now because you are barely rolling. Does this song already play? Kind of lost track at this point. Oh, hang on. This is about to go. Yeah. that one derailed? It's not derailed. We'll just give that one a shove in. But it did not like having that tank car there. Might have to shift to R that one. I think that one hit and bounced off. Hang on, I'm gonna cower out for a sec. Waypoint U. Yeah, that one's about to stall. So, kicking, you know? Where's all our trains at? You all have actually caught up somehow. That's funny. Passenger train is at Nantahala. Make sure that these two don't smack into each other. No, okay, you slid it. And just to double check, how's the Big Ugly Pacific doing? 59. I think it'll make its top then. Not by much. Those ones there. I said shift click, thank you very much. We're just gonna have to push that one in. So the question is 34 going to make it, or is 34 going to stall? We're practically going to end up with like 3 trains and 1 getting up the grade. First, we'll give you a nudge in your spot. I want you to get around. We're just gonna do it the hard way. Take this with those. And all the outbound cars will get once they're outbound. Like we're gonna have 2 pickups, not the easiest. I guess 3 pretty soon. I just have to wait a few minutes. we'll let 34 get up the top then before we call this one a session. I want to get those specifics wheels oiled one more time. Because otherwise, probably will forget at the start of the next session. Take a quick look, yeah. So two outbound cars at Hewitt, one at the sawmill. How many cars does 46 have? It's pulling 18 total. So I think we've determined it's good for 5 coming up the hill, not 6. I think we tried 6. So it's going to be 4 cuts to get everything out of Graham County. We could leave a few cars at Graham County though. I guess we'll set the inbound boxcars there. Yeah. So then we'll shove the outbound cars up here. Go deal with the grain facility. Come back for these ones. If we're clever, we can drop that one grain car going out. I think this is downhill. Yeah, this is downhill, so we can use that to drop the outbound grain car behind us. But again, that's probably going to be a problem for next meet. Oh, and for anyone who just joined after I explained it, are you confused about the whole Scrapyard thing? The short answer is we downloaded the Scrappalachia mod, and I dropped the hopper there, and we've got a Pacific that we bought used, extremely cheap, and it is apparently worth a lot of scrap parts. We bought it for about $4,100. So we're sending that to scrap. It's 50%, it'll make it. It'll make it stop it. Shove all of that onto you. And probably we wait 5 minutes and the tank car finishes up. Probably some repeat songs. I just pulled up the same songs from last time. Continued my playlist from last time. one outbound car there. So that's the passenger train actually goes to the platform. I think otherwise our switches are all good. Yeah. Alright, and the tank car is now ready for interchange. We just need to grab it and get it out. We'll stick it over there for now. Sure what SENZ is. I feel like that's a reporting mark I added and I can't think of what it was. It's hard to tell. I added a whole bunch of reporting marks from the group thing and then pulled some out. Gotta get these cars. Oh. How convenient. That one's done too. That was a little bit of a hard dump. The outbounds there, put that one back, and we'll be good to go. And our other trains are just coming in the top thing. I keep trying to set a time limit for myself, but it always feels like I could play this game all night if I wanted to. This really is a good game. And I really ought to rate it on Steam as such. So we'll pick these up the main track gently so that they don't overshoot. And then we'll take this to the grain silo. I am glad they added that grain silo there. It really makes that short little track outside Andrews have a purpose. I find about 7 to 8 miles an hour is ideal for this kick. That way they have enough speed to get down the track, but not so much that they overshoot it. And you're at the waypoint, and you're stopped, and probably the pulpit train's about to go around you both. So, let us send you to there, so you to go there. Yeah, down to 37%. I think 30% is where you start getting hot boxes. So we do have a car in Nantahala that got brought down yesterday that you need to pick up anyway. So I'm going to tell you to waypoint yourself there, and then we could use that as the next check stop. And since I don't think you'll need help to get over the hill, use that so that you don't go yet. And then we'll let you go down to Grand Calendar. If you're long enough, you won't fit in a single track, so we'll overshoot you and have you shove a few back into another track. Also, I'm just gonna say, I don't think I've ever had this many concurrent viewers at once. 14. I feel like my previous record was 8. This says I capped out at 16. I don't know what people like about watching this, but, I guess I can't complain. Maybe I just have a good taste for music? Well, we'll tell you to roll up to there. That's probably a bit far. Roll up to there. And once you are in that block, since the switch will reset behind you, I'll clear the fusee and this thing can follow down to Nanta. There we go. So as all these trains get rolling, I think this is a good time to end the stream. We can pick it up again next week, of course. Well, no, not next week. I will not be streaming next week due to some personal stuff. I will be streaming the week after, and again, watch for a new video Thursday on the Hedeland's Veteran Bane Narrow Gauge Railway in Denmark. That was my favorite part of the Denmark trip, and I think you're going to enjoy seeing it too. But until that time, we're going to call the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a good night. Take care.